So what made me want to get involved with the Cashmere Collection this year is mainly because it's a material that I've never worked with before. And you know, I think that, you know, it's always fun for designers, especially like myself, to experiment with the materials that I make and the materials that I use. And yeah, and overall I just think that it's always nice to support just Canadian companies in general. I think that's something that I'm passionate about. I think I've been personally affected by breast cancer mainly through my connections through the fashion industry, and that being Robin Kay, who is the head of the Fashion Design Council of Canada. And I know that it's a sensitive topic, and just talking about fashion for a second, you know, I think people forget that there's glitz and glamour, but you know, at the end of the day, there are people that have their own families that run these companies or do these clothes, you know, that have their own lives. And you know, I have strong empathy for people, and I really admire what Robin has been able to do, and also I'd gone through this experience, so it's inspiring for sure. So I think what's most unique about using bathroom tissue than other materials is just because how delicate it is. It's like working with, it's like how people say silk is like working with water, but it's like a completely different caliber when you talk about tissue. And it was actually really fun. I'm kind of an artist, so I work with paper and I work with other kind of mediums like paint. So it was definitely a fun experience. I'm always trying to, how do you say, provoke people's thinking. And I'm passionate about changing the way people think about fashion, and not just fashion. What does it mean to be a human being, really? And yeah, I have said in other interviews in the past that that gender is something that limits fashion, and maybe that's why I like to look genderless. And in terms of me as a fashion designer, you know, I think my work has a lot of context that not everyone's gonna understand. So I think my work is not just for the fashion audience, it's just for people too. It's for people that have an appreciation for art, and maybe that's what makes me different. I'm a very sculptural, architectural designer, and I wanted to make a dress that would stand alone and be beautiful on its own. So that's why I did a little pink spot and then everything else be white. And it's not just a dress, it's really a piece of work. Art is such a pretentious word. I don't know, call me, you know, a 21-year-old. But I like to think that people will remember it, and that it can be something that can withstand the taste of time or whatever that is. It's so cliche, anyways. I've looked through the collections, I've looked through the books of what everyone's doing right now, and it seems to me that color blocking is very in right now in the North American market. European market might be a little bit different. I think mints, pastels are much more in there, and we're going to be, you know, I think we're going to go from color blocking here in North America to probably something a little more lighter and a little more feminine coming up this season. So who has inspired me to design the collections and the work that I've done over the years? I think ultimately I'm very inspired by philosophy, Plato and Aristotle, and again, I always say that I like my work to have a bigger message and have a bigger concept to it than just the clothes. Why do I think my design will win Vogue Couture for the Cure? I don't ever expect people to think that my work, call me a doubtful artist, but yeah, it's up for the people to say.